Hi everybody, it's Shelby here. Welcome back to our cooking programs. Today we are going to be making mini pizzas. So I'm going to be showing you with the ingredients that I have here in my house and what I like to put on my pizza. But again, you guys can change it to whatever you like or what you have in your house. And if you're interested, you can show us your pictures of what you've created because we'd love to see what you guys are making. Okay, our ingredients for today is going to be the choice of bread that you're using for your mini pizza. I have an English muffin that I've cut in half. You could use with anything. You could use toast, a bagel, naan bread, a pita if you have it, whatever you want to make your mini pizza with. I've got a piece of cheese here that I've cut off and we're going to grate later. I have my pizza sauce. If you don't have pizza sauce, you can use pasta sauce, marinara, tomato sauce, tomato paste, whatever you have in your cupboard. And my vegetables of choice today are mushrooms and peppers. And for meat, I have leftover ham from my dinner the other day. But again, what you could use is if you have deli meat, there's a package here. If you have pepperettes, if you wanted to use that, anything that you've got left over, if you have chicken, turkey, anything like that that you're interested to put on your pizza. And the utensils we'll need today is a spoon for putting our sauce around, a knife for cutting. My vegetables here aren't very tough to cut, so I can use my butter knife. If you are cutting anything harder that you need a bigger knife for, make sure you're asking for some adult help. And then I have a cheese grater. So everybody, it's important before we get started that we wash our hands as well as washing our fruits and our vegetables before we're cooking. Our fruits and our vegetables are grown in the ground or on trees, so it's really important that we're washing off everything that could be on it before it gets to your house. And when you're washing your hands, make sure you wash in warm water with soap for at least 20 seconds, washing all parts of your hands. Okay, now that our hands are clean, it's time to wash our vegetables today. I use cold water. You just want to use your hands, wash around. Use our paper towel just to dry them off. This is what the mushroom looked like before, and these are what our clean ones look like. Okay, so the first thing we're going to put on our piece of bread or whatever you're using, scoop a piece on, and then using the back of the spoon, you're just going to spread it around so that it covers up all of the top. Next thing I like to put on mine is my cheese. We have our cheese grater here. Mine has a container that it falls right into. If you don't, you're going to want to make sure that yours is on top of a plate or a cutting board so that it hits a clean surface and not the dirty counter. You're going to sprinkle it on top. Okay, so the next step is to start cutting our vegetables. So again, I'm just using a butter knife because my vegetables aren't tough to cut. If you're using anything stronger than a butter knife, you need to make sure that you're asking for some adult help and supervision. I'm going to cut mine into slices. You need to keep your fingers back here away and just slice in. Cutting some of my bigger pieces in half and placing onto our pizzas. Next, we've got our pepper. So I already cut this off of the whole pepper, as you can see. So I cut down the side, and then when we washed it, we got rid of all of the seeds that were inside there. They're just not very good tasting. And then again, you're going to keep your fingers away, and you're going to cut slices. And now I want my pieces to be a little bit smaller, so I'm going to turn my slices and cut them into some smaller pieces here. Okay, so next up is if you're going to be putting any meat onto your pizza. So since mine is a piece of ham, I have to use my knife to cut it. If you're using deli meat, like I showed earlier. It's pretty easy that you might even just be able to rip it into pieces to put on your pizza. Placing it all over. Okay, so the last step will be to heat up your pizza if you want it warm. Because these are so little, they don't even need to go in the oven. You can just use a microwave. So I've got mine on the plate here. And here we have our mini pizzas. I put mine in the microwave for 30 seconds, but it depends on how strong your microwaves are. You'll just have to test. If it's not melted enough the first time, you can just do it for another 5 seconds and keep adding 5 seconds until it's how you like it. So again, I hope everybody enjoyed it, and I hope you will send us pictures or videos of you creating your own mini pizzas.